Hey guys, Boris Lashman from BK Forex. Welcome to our Forex Daily Technicals for 4/10/13. Can Eurodollar continue going up, going towards the 130, 150 level? Past performance not indicative of future results. Trading Forex carries high level risk may not be suitable for all investors. High degree of leverage can work against you as well as for you. Before deciding to trade any such leveraged products, you should carefully consider your investment objectives, level of experience, and risk appetite. Possibility exists that you sustain a loss some of your initial investment, and therefore you should not afford money you cannot afford to lose. You should be aware of all the risks associated with trading on margin and seek advice from an independent financial advisor if you have any doubts. Information, including commentary trade ideas provided with bkforce.com, should not be relied upon as a substitute for sensitive independent research, but should be informed before making investment decisions. BK Forex LLC and Com merely provide this information for your general information. The information and opinions presented here do not take into account any particular individual investment objectives, institutional needs. All investors should obtain advice based upon their unique situation before making investment decisions. They should tailor the trade size and leverage according to their own personal risk appetite. We're not responsible for any loss incurred on investments made by readers or clients as a result of any information contained here. It would not render investment legal, tax, or professional advice. If such advice is needed, seek services of a competent professional. Well, everybody has their eyes on the yen, and of course the yen continues to be a story, but I think euros are very much worth taking a look at first, simply because we're starting now to crawl through the key gap level here. We covered the gap at 130.50. Went all the way up basically to 131 here, above the gap. And the critical issue for the euro is, I think I can, let me see if I can get this up here. Yeah, and you can see this. So we covered the gap, and we're now coming up to this key 131.50 level. That was a top here, a top here. So we're obviously facing relatively stiff resistance, but a breakthrough here really opens up a full turn on the euro and really doesn't stop us until 131, 132.50, 133. It sort of makes a full turn towards the 133 level, which I think shocks a lot of permanent euro bears and also creates further short squeeze opportunities here as you, let me just sort of show you. So where's 133? Basically, yeah, here's 133, somewhere around here. So there's still quite a lot of scope here for further upside, assuming you can just break through this minor resistance over here. And the fact that we did cover the gap is a relatively positive development. On the other hand, if we start to kind of stall at this level and start to turn back, 30.50 is the next support level here, which was the breakout level from which we came off of, and then of course a breakdown below 30.50 really opens up a full breakdown towards the 29.50, which was the original breakout level. So that's how I would be watching it at this point. Bias definitely to the upside, but the turns put us back to 30.50 and 29.50 on the support level. Now yen, as everybody is watching, of course, mounting, I think, looks like a second run towards the 100 level. The key to this is 99.65. That was the highs from yesterday. If we can exceed the highs from yesterday through 65, then 100 definitely opens up. On a longer term basis, the critical thing, I think, if you look at the monthlies all the way back to like 5 years, the real level here is not so much 100 as 101.43 right here. This is the chart we've been showing you. So right here. So a break of 100 very much opens the possibility up of a run all the way up to 101s, because that was the key support level from about 5 years ago. Yen looks very, very positive. It looks pretty much like a risk-on morning all the way through in the currency market, and of course everybody's responding accordingly. Aussie barreled through the 105. Looks pretty constructive. This is a monthly chart, so let's just go back to a more granular chart. It looks pretty constructive, and really doesn't have much in the way of resistance until about 105.50. So risk on continuation flows really take us all the way through 105.50 in Aussie. The move through the 105.15s was relatively bullish, because that was a sort of a key resistance to take out the 105 with conviction. And then post that, I think we have to go to dailies. Post that, you see the 101, 105.50, that's obviously a resistance level. Post that, it's really basically 106s that holds the pair back. So move through here to 105.50 could be a possibility as risk flows continue. We don't usually cover Kiwi in this video, but I think it's worthwhile to take a look. Kiwi has just been a monster. We took out the 85s. We're at 85.50 as the next target. 85.33 was the yearly highs. Took those out. On a relative basis, it looks very, very good. It's sort of fresh yearly highs. and poised possibly to go all the way to 86 on a further move up. Being bolstered, by the way, of course, by the yen flows as well. Kiwi yen now it right at the 85 level, and right at the key 85 level. And of course, break 3 here could basically create a situation where you have Kiwi going to 86s, Kiwi yen going to 85.50s on a further upside. The one thing that's sort of been very, very quiet, hasn't really done anything, has been cable. Cable is just kind of consolidating this 53.50 level. Let's go back to the 4-hour chart, and you can really see this. Cable is stymied by the 53.50 level. So a breakthrough 53.50, sort of 53.65, really opens up the possibility of a run towards the 54s. Up to this point right now, if you're a resistance trader, it's a small risk against this trade on a resistance basis. And if you're a momentum trader, it really doesn't become a momentum trader until you take out the 53.60s, run through this particular level. But cable looks relatively constructive. We had a sell off to 52.50s, and now we came right back up. So the key question is, can we break through this resistance level here? That opens up 54s, and ultimately, what it does open up, if you want to look back on the dailies, is the run towards the 55s, because that's really the big area from which cable broke down since at the beginning of February of this year. So that's pretty much how everything shapes up. It looks relatively constructive for risk. Euro on its way to targeting 31.50. Aussie to 105.50. Everybody watching the pound right now to see if we can break the 53.50 levels and take a run towards the 54s. And of course, last but definitely not least is dollar yen. The key levels here is the 65s, 99.65 highs. Those need to get taken out. If you take those out, we have a reasonable chance to try to go for the 100, which is obviously the big psychological mark. Today may be the day where 100 gets broken. We'll see how it goes. This is Boris Schlossberg wishing you guys the best of luck and the best of trading. Over and out.